Good evening. Thank you, Dave. It's so wonderful to be here with everyone this evening. Thanks to all my family and friends for coming to celebrate and share this special evening and this incredible honor with me. I'd like to start with thanking the members of the Shaler Area Sports Hall of Fame Committee. I'm honored, excited, and proud to be receiving this award tonight, along with this year's other inductees, Brian, Tom, Abby, Brian, Rick, and Steve. It's humbling to consider that of the thousands and thousands of students who have graduated from Shaler Area, only about 100 or so individuals have been inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame. So thank you very much for this honor. There are other people I'd like to thank as well. I'm thankful to my family, my parents of course, who drove me and my 9 siblings to countless practices and who drove to away games all over the city, who sat and cheered in the bleachers for volleyball, basketball, and softball games. My mother actually lobbied the Shaler Athletic Department back in the 70s to do away with charging entry fees to girls' sporting events. She argued that there were so few fans in the stands, the entrance fee might be keeping potential spectators out. Moreover, it's probably because she went to so many games, usually with 3 or 4 younger children in tow, it was taking a financial toll on her. I can't really remember exactly how it played out, but knowing my mother, I'm going to bet the Shaler Area Athletic Department knew when to throw in the towel against a more formidable opponent. I'm thankful to my 9 siblings, my 1 brother, and 7 of my sisters are here tonight. All of my sisters played various sports during their high school years, and they all think they're pretty athletic. But I'm the sister being inducted into We were well represented on Shaler basketball, volleyball, softball, track, and cross-country teams. In fact, between 1973 and 1985, the Ruppel sisters played on 17 volleyball teams, 2 cross-country teams, 3 track teams, 13 softball teams, and 26 basketball teams. We had several MVP and Coaches Awards along the way, and 5 of us were athletes in college. But I'm the sister. And although our intense athletic days might be waning, our family remains highly competitive. We have family golf tournaments, a summer tennis tournament, and some brutal card games. It should be noted that I've never won any of those family competitions. But I'm the sister. Not getting it all, I want to say. To my fellow classmates of 1977, thank you for voting me Queen of Fall Sports. In particular, 5 of my Shaler classmates, class of 1977, are here this evening to support me. Kareem, Tammy, Norma, Becky, and Marcy. These 5 wonderful women were all cheerleaders at Shaler. And how I hooked up and became friends with all the cheerleaders, I will never know. But I'm glad I did, and it's a friendship that's lasted over 40 years. But I have to point out the irony that they never once officially cheered for me or any girls' team, for that matter in high school, because back in the 70s, cheerleaders only cheered for boys' teams. It's a wonder my mother never wrote a letter about that. But for this Hall of Fame event, these Shaler alumni traveled from Arizona, Texas, and Cincinnati, as well as Rexford and Mars to be here tonight. I'd say that kind of amazing support and friendships more than makes up for never shaking their pom-poms at any of my basketball games. Thank you to my coaches. Only as an adult did I become aware of the time commitment, intense planning, and personal and emotional involvement that goes along with coaching. It's never easy to deal with the drama that goes along with high school teenagers. So to my many coaches, thank you for your mentorship, expertise, and patience over the years. I also need and want to add a thank you to God for blessing me with athletic abilities. And I know we're in a public school, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. But I'm a Catholic school principal for 8 years, so it's just something that I do on a daily basis. So if this part is not allowed in a public school, if you can just fast forward this part if you're going to replay my speech on ESPN. But seriously, all joking aside, I'm aware that it's a blessing that I'm still able to play basketball, run, play tennis, and golf on a regular basis. I've been challenged by my own students at my school to faculty staff basketball games in the last couple of years. And I continue to surprise some of my students with some of my skills. One student commented, "Miss Ruffel, you still got it." We have a lot of fun, and it's a great way to connect and build relationships with students during those games. The faculty did win, of course, I'm just saying. I made sure of that. I want to thank Ted, my partner and best friend. He supports me in everything I do. And although he didn't know me in high school, he certainly has become my biggest cheerleader over the last 2 decades. I'm not sure if fantasy football is considered a true sport or not, but as the joint commissioners of a pretty active fantasy football league, Ted and I rule over a different kind of athletic enterprise. Plus, we won a pretty fabulous Super Bowl too. So thank you, Ted. I love you. I want to take a minute and mention Title IX, which came to life in my senior year in high school, forever altering the landscape of sports for girls. Title IX helped ensure that girls had equal access to tennis, to teams, locker rooms, practice schedules, and coaches. My older sister in the class of 1973 only played basketball in high school because that was one of the few sports available to girls at Shaler at that time, and that was just 4 years before I graduated. But by the time my youngest sister graduated in 1985, there were so many more sports available to girls, including soccer, track, cross country, tennis, and volleyball. Title IX helped open previously locked locker room doors, and I'm grateful for the way it impacted me and my sisters and my high school, as well as countless young female athletes across America. Like many members of the Shaler Hall of Fame, I was a 3-sport athlete. So for several intense years, my life revolved around the classroom, gym, and softball fields on Mount Royal Boulevard. Once I graduated and moved on to college, high school life receded, but never fully faded away because of the intensity of my memories. Yes, those of you who know me well know my memories. That isn't that great. But over the last few months, I have been thinking about my time as a Shaler Titan and this award, and I've been flooded with memories. I recall the bus ride to games, running the steps in the old gym, the work we did setting up volleyball nets for practices, warmed up at the softball field, and the sound of a dozen basketballs bouncing at the same time, even the smell of the Shaler locker rooms. Engaging in sports has so much to offer and so much to teach. There is, of course, the incredible physical value, but the life lessons and character building last a lifetime. I learned about teamwork, discipline, and perseverance. I came to understand the importance of dedication, commitment, and sacrifice. It taught me about adversity, fair play, and how to handle defeat bravely and victory humbly. I developed respect for my opponents, my teammates, and my coaches, and myself. Being a Shaler athlete helped to shape who I am, and I'm deeply honored to be recognized in this way tonight, being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Thank you.
Your family is never going to hear the end. Very nice. Our next